Hey guys, ToonKritic here. Before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know that while this is my first thoughts on Rainbow Rock so far, first off, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Second, me, voice, and past are going to be doing a roundtable review on Equestria Girl, so this is just forewarning. It's going to probably come out next week, so I figured, why not? Let's get this video out now. So, let's dive into Rainbow Rocks and what I thought. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's see. Greetings, every peoples. This is your cult of personality, ToonKriticY2K's the name. Tunes are the name of my game, Rainbow Rocks. Man, ever since we found out that there was going to be a sequel to Equestria Girls, about half the fandom went, aw, man, why we gotta do this again? And the other half was looking kind of optimistic. We didn't really know how this was going to turn out, but here it is at last, Rainbow Rocks, released in theaters. You know, it brought a lot of people together again, because they're like, yeah, let's go out to the theaters, let's all be a bunch of grown people going to theaters where they're probably going to be filled up with, you know, little kids. Unfortunately, I didn't have that luxury because all the theaters around here, all the way over there, all the way over there, and all the way over there. And I have no way of getting to them. So I had to be the little pirate boy, and I had to go onto YouTube, actually this morning, to go and find a good, you know, sort of cam rip. I've had to do this for a lot of movies, okay? It's just sometimes I'm not willing to spend the money. I did that with Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm kind of glad that I did because, yeah, that's beside the point. So, Rainbow Rocks. Okay. I might as well get this off right now, right off my chest. I loved this movie. And I was surprised because last time I had a very neutral sort of, oh, this was okay in some aspects, but really it was bad in terms of like Equestria Girls 1. But here, Rainbow Rocks, I won't lie, it was actually pretty good. It was a major step up from the last movie. So what happens in this? Okay, so we got these villains, Sonata, Adagio, Aria, I believe that's what their names are. Insert 3 evil villainesses here. And they feed off of negative energy from, rivalries and stuff. So they go to the Canterlot High and they decide, hey, let's cause some trouble. Let's turn everybody against each other because we have a big musical showcase thing. And, first off, it's kind of interesting how they did that. But I don't want to, like, analyze the entire story. I don't want to give the big synopsis over it because you're going to go find out for yourself. But, Let's get to one major point that I'd like to start off with. Rainbow Dash is a real douche in this. I know that her character is supposed to be egotistical and, you know, funny and like, yeah, I'm so awesome and stuff. She went a little bit overboard with her ego. I was happy that she finally got her own song. That's great. Rainbow Dash finally gets her own solo song in Equestria Girls 2, not in the actual show. Close enough, right? I mean, Trixie gets her own song too. Whoop-de-doo. That's awesome. Trixie and Rainbow Dash finally get their own songs. Not in season 4 or 5, though. Oh well, though. The way that Rainbow Dash acted in this really had me confused because I don't get why she had to go overboard. Maybe this is me nitpicking, but her song is like awesome as I want to be. She thinks, yeah, I'm all that. I'm all that in a bag of chips and all the salt and the labels on the front. She wasn't that egotistical in the show, but here it's just like, this was here before, this is here all the way now. And I found it funny at first, but then I realized, oh, she's just acting like this because later on she'll have to de-douchify herself and become less egotistical. Rainbow, I love you, but tone it down. Just by a little bit, okay? You here, and you need to go nya. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, you probably can't see, but it's just like, yeah, down there. But that's just a nitpick. I think, Rainbow Dash's personality could have, I think, been tweaked just a little bit less of egotistical, but that's her big trademark. I can understand that. But the big point. Sunset Shimmer. Oh my god. She was the best part of this movie. Fans were... I swear to God, those cicadas, aren't they? Whatever, I'll ignore them. They probably won't show up until later on the recording. I'll regret that later. Sunset Shimmer. Man, this movie was all about her. All about her development and her reforming process. Right when you immediately see her, too. She... how exactly do I describe it? She feels guilty about what happened. She really feels bad over what happened. And even though the main six make a few jokes at her expense, she's just like, whatever. I don't think her character was really meant to be all that villainous. Because the way that she was acting before, she just wanted, what was hers. She just wanted that spot, She wanted to be powerful because she felt she deserved it. But then when that was all taken away from her and she saw exactly what happened, she handled it a lot better than Trixie. She actively wanted to try and get better, even though she felt pretty guilty about it. And by the end, she completely reforms. She's a 100% good girl now. And I think that's great. I think she is a great addition to making the main six a main seven. I think she is a crucial part to making that happen. And I really wish that she had jumped through the portal with Twilight so that she can be a part of Season 5. I want her to be a part of Season 5. I think that would be great. There's all sorts of new ideas you could go with that. But here's the thing. While they're focusing on Sunset Shimmer, here's the other small complaint I have. Very little to no development at all with the main six, other than a cliched sort of loop-de-loop sort of, oh yeah, we got together, everything worked out in the end. That's what you can expect. They kind of pulled the same thing with Equestria Girls, but this time it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as annoying. What else is there? The villains. I also want to bring up the villains. Great characterization from them. These feel actually genuinely evil, and they are siren sea ponies, I think. Yeah, I was reading the comments, just everybody's freaking out. Oh god, sea ponies are big, sea ponies! We're going into mythology for this. It was about time we got some damn sea ponies, honestly. But these villains were pretty interesting. And they're powerful too, like right at the end. Like they're going like to the red eyes and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is for kids, right? I don't think they're gonna like this. But at least this actually kind of looks pretty threatening as opposed to whatever the heck we got last time. This. Yeah, sorry. I think I found the other thing a little bit more threatening. Now, the last thing I want to bring up is the soundtrack. Okay. Last time we got a really generic sort of soundtrack. You know what I'm talking about. Like, the only good song from Equestria Girls 1 was the Cafeteria song, Help Twilight Win the Crown. Everybody loves that song. Here you got a lot more diversity with, rock-style songs, and I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I was talking to Kango's Pony, and he said, the cam rip doesn't do it justice. Actually get the soundtrack. And the soundtrack sounds really freaking good. I won't lie. It is better than last year's, so. And what else was there? I know there was something on my mind. Yeah, the Rainbow Rock shorts. I'm kind of confused about that, because if they weren't actually tying together, were they just like, I made this analogy to one of my friends and they laughed. I was like, okay, so you know how you're sitting at a fancy restaurant and you have like these saltine crackers sort of like waiting there? You end up eating all those and you're just like, okay, so where's my food? Basically, the Rainbow Rock shorts are the equivalent to the saltine crackers you get at restaurants while you're eating them while you're bored waiting for the first freaking meal. Well, that's not to say the Rainbow Rock shorts are bad. I don't know if they're canon or not, though. That's the thing. But I think they did pretty good with what they were given. And is there anything else? I don't want to talk too much about it because I got to save some of this, for voice and past. But overall, I actually really enjoyed this. I did not think that I was going to enjoy it, but hey, I was proven wrong. I was actually kind of glad that I got to be proven wrong. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Rainbow Rocks, and expect a roundtable review with me, past and voice, sometime next week. Until then, stay tuned, guys. Oh, by the way, Sunset Shimmer is better than Trixie.